Hello, everyone. Welcome back to week 12 of the Mediak Podcast. And I was thinking about this earlier in the shower, and I was like, if we keep going with this, that'll be really funny. Because I'm forgetting what week we're on right now, and if it's 12. And if we go like a couple of years into the future, and we're like 350, I'm going to be so confused.
Yeah, it's gonna get real lost real quick.
Oh my God. I'm getting real lost real quick now. Like, for some reason, I
We're
feel.
sure it's 12, right?
No, I'm not. The thing is, I'm not sure about that.
Let me check.
Because, like, sometimes I feel like the weeks go by so fast that I feel like whenever I record the podcast, I literally just recorded another one like yesterday. But this week, it
it's
felt like there was
it's
such a
13.
big. It's 13.
Yeah.
Of course it is. I feel like the gap between last week and this week was so ginormous.
I felt like that too. Oh
Like it
wow,
was
I peaked. I'm
so
so sorry.
big. It's completely fine. Everyone loves your voice anyway, more than mine. So sad times.
Speaking of voices and sound,
I was
this
gonna talk.
week is gonna sound a lot better because we're getting it mastered and redone by Stephen Thomas, one of my good friends.
I was gonna talk
So,
about that. I had a script in my head already.
oh, you already. Oh, sorry.
It's
Did I
okay.
steal
Keep
your
just
thunder?
continue. No. It's rare that you talk more than me, so just keep going.
Right. Okay. Well, regardless, I was gonna say on our Instagram at Mediak Podcast,
Right.
I'm gonna shout him out on our newest post. And so, if you guys want to check out his stuff and go there, he does a lot of music and stuff, and he's a good dude. So
Yeah.
hopefully, from now on, we're gonna be sounding a lot better.
So in my opinion, I think that gives incentive to watch uh both of the podcast because the YouTube one will be up a lot earlier, but the Spotify one will be up with better quality. So if you're willing to wait, then I would go for the Spotify one. But if you for some reason want to hear our voice immediately, I'd just go onto the YouTube channel. And on top of that, we also
Yeah.
have the gaming stuff coming up on there. And I think that the future of Mediac is looking pretty bright in my opinion.
Oh yeah. And we
Yeah.
got some nice shout outs on the Instagram
Yeah.
for I don't
Being
know. There's a
cool
bunch of
guys.
dudes that we were talking with. What was the one? I had a pretty good conversation with this one group. What were they? Oh, the Hamilton Bros. They were really nice, and I shouted them
I
out on
just
my story
noticed
and
that you're
everything.
following a Berserk account on our main page.
I
I
wonder
thought that
what
was,
happened there.
yeah, I know that was really weird. So what I decided to do is I looked at Tokyo Ghoul and then followed the first Tokyo Ghoul account just because I was like, well,
I see it.
yeah, there it is. Tokyo
That's
Ghoul is
funny
dope
as
as
fuck.
fuck. I love Tokyo Ghoul. It's getting really good. I'm
Tokyo Ghoul
almost
is
done with
pretty
the
good.
manga. The manga
Oh yeah.
has so much more in it. It's crazy. I was talking to
I
Corey about it, and there's like
haven't read it.
several plot lines that just don't happen in the show at all.
Oh, you know what? I heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I wrote about it in my one paper. Sorry, like this is a conversation that we had previously, but I wrote a paper on the difference between manga and anime, specifically like not just anime, but it was like what's better, like the original or the adaptation of something. And I talked about how Tokyo Ghoul like is so different. Like I was talking to Corey about it, and there's characters that just don't exist because like
Yeah. That's weird. That's like where it separates itself from like other
yeah, but
manga
like
and anime.
apparently the anime is still good, and I don't understand how that happens because I I mean I heard that from season 2 to season 3 it just gets terrible because season 3 follows the second series which is Tokugo Re, and in that series you need to know the storyline that the first 2 seasons of the show didn't touch on. So
That's confusing.
so what they did was just adapt it anyway. So they did that and everyone was confused.
Yeah, no, that would be really pretty confusing.
Yeah. I don't I don't think that was a good idea on their behalf. But it is literally a 10 out of 10 manga. It is beautifully written and the story is amazing. Beautifully drawn, my bad. I would heavily
Yeah.
recommend anyone to go check it out. Literally amazing. I'm on book
Yeah, that's
11
one
out
I
of
have on
14.
my list.
You really, yeah, I heavily recommend it.
Chainsaw Man just finished, I believe today.
The
It
entire
is
thing of it?
well, part 1 they said.
Oh,
Part
god
1
damn
or
it.
it was like chapter or part 1 complete or something. Something along those lines. So clearly there's more coming, but
I'll check it out when it's in an anime form.
yeah.
Unless you say
I
it's a
don't I
bad
don't know when
adaptation.
that's supposed to be.
2021 maybe.
Probably. I don't know.
I'm
They
excited
just said they're
for
gonna do it.
yeah, I'm excited for Solo Leveling to get an anime. I mean, get a manga because like right now it's just on that webtoons thing, and apparently it's really good. But in
Huh.
February 20th, I think it gets its first volume, and I am so excited for that. Do you know about that?
No,
It's
I
like
don't know anything about that.
it's like a RPG kind of world where everyone like has a level, I guess. No, they have a rank and they can level up within their rank, but they can never go to a higher rank. But then one person like finds the way to level up ranks and shit like that. It's
Oh, okay.
it sounds
Yeah.
weird, but apparently it's like literally amazing.
Hmm.
So I'm interested in it. I'm excited for that. I'm gonna buy it. I'm
Yeah,
also
that sounds good.
interested in Berserk and Vagabond, but I got a lot of stuff right
Oh,
now.
dude, I've been wanting to read Vagabond for like months now.
Yeah, I've seen some really like apparently it's Vagabond, Berserk, and Vinland Saga were considered to be the top three best mangas, and also considered to be unanimatable. I know that sounds weird, but like they are
Yeah, no, I
supposed
get what you're saying.
yeah. But I think Vinland Saga did a really good job with this anime. That I also have not read the manga, so it could just be very different. But I haven't
Yeah,
seen many stuff people talking about that.
the anime was good for Vinland Saga.
You finish it?
No, but what I watched with you was good.
Yeah, it gets so much better. I assure you, it is a very good show. I'm very excited for season 2 of that. Vagabond is beautiful. Like, did you see any of the panels for that?
Oh yeah, yeah,
It's
I see them all
so
the time.
beautiful. That's the main reason why I want to read that. Also, the main character just kind of looks pretty dope. He
Oh
has a
yeah,
nice
he looks
aesthetic.
fucking sweet.
Yeah, he really does. You want
Mm,
to get
one
into
thing.
the movie of the week?
Unless you want to talk about all the Marvel stuff that came out.
Let's talk about that later.
Let's talk about that later.
Yeah,
Or do you
because
want to do after the movie?
there's a lot.
There's a lot.
There's
Yeah.
a lot. And also all the Star Wars stuff that came out. There's so much. All right.
Yeah, it's just like the Disney.
Well, I just wanted to get this out of the way right now because for some reason I usually have about a page and a half of stuff written down for movies, but I have 4 pages for this one. So I just
Oh.
want to get through this really quick
Yeah.
because
You get what you get your whatever
yeah
10 pence or 10 no. You know the
15
what's
page
the phrase?
paper.
No, the phrase. You get your like 10 cents out? No.
It
I
doesn't
don't know.
matter.
There's a
It
phrase that I'm
literally does
trying to
not
say.
matter. It does not matter.
Yeah, but this is gonna bother me all day.
Okay,
Anyway,
cool. How about
get
I start
what
talking and
you
then you can
need to
think about
say
it?
out.
Okay, yeah. Um, this is the most underrated Marvel movie of all time, like in my opinion, because it it is actually a good movie in my opinion, and everyone shits on it like it's literal garbage. And I in my opinion, I know I said that a lot, but I enjoyed sitting through that thing the entire time because what I decided to do was I was like trying to watch the movie through a mind of someone who doesn't know who the Hulk is, and I was trying to put it outside of the Marvel universe. That shit is crazy because like they built the Hulk up to be some sort of villainous monster in like a horror film type aspect, and it just looks really cool the entire way that they try and do it. And also, this is this is definitely controversial because I know people get really pissed about this, but I think the Hulk looks the best in this movie.
Really?
Yes, I don't think CGI wise he looks the best, but I think the way he acts is definitely way better than in Avengers. Because like in Avengers, he acts like a monkey. He has his like hands on the ground as he's like crawling around, but he's actually walking around like a human in this one. And he kind of talks, but then again, it's really nice to see that even this early on in the MCU, they're trying to show the Hulk and Banner as like different people, and
Yeah.
and
You
I
really get that in this one.
you
I think out
really
of
get that.
pretty much any other ones.
Other than like the ending movies where they actually showed him as different people, you know,
Yeah.
like in
Okay.
Ragnarok.
Right.
In the earlier movies, you really see this because in one part that I actually really noticed with that was the very end of the movie when they're taking the Hulk powers away. It like literally looks like the Hulk died. He looked like in an you know how in anime they have your eyes go like faded colors of what they were whenever you die.
Yeah.
Like that's what I got out of that. Whenever they showed his eyes turn to green, I mean turn back to blue, and he was like laying back, and he literally looked like they killed the Hulk, which is a very cool way of showing that he's two different guys. And I thought that was
It's
crazy. All right,
Oh
let's
yeah,
go into the next thing.
I think it's a no. It's definitely. I would agree that it's underrated for sure.
Yeah,
And maybe that's just my what's the word?
nostalgia.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
like
I was thinking that too, but like there is a lot of problems with this movie. Like, how the hell did he get from where is he at Guatemala all the way to America in 18 days? That just doesn't make sense. Because like he had no money too.
yeah.
Like that doesn't make sense. But it, it's still a good movie. Like apart every single movie, there's not a singular movie that does not have a mistake in it.
Yeah.
So like
There's just
just
I
people
don't know,
choose
what's that one
to
scene
rip on other
in
films.
Tank?
From what?
There's one scene in this where he like just fucking tears apart a tank. And that stands out in my mind. I don't know why, but every time I'm like, yeah, I like that movie, and that scene plays in my head. I don't know why,
I
but
don't
it's
think I
great.
personally I don't think the CGI starts to look bad until the end of the movie.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, like the scene in the at the university, that is the best Hulk. That is the best. That little scene right there
Pinnacle.
is the best Hulk we have ever gotten, and in my opinion, I think that's the best we're ever gonna get.
Yeah, I
Cause,
was gonna say, I don't know that it's gonna go up from here.
cause it's amazing. Like, we'll talk about that more when we talk about She-Hulk later. But it's just so badass. Also, whenever I first saw the movie, I thought the gas was what turned him into the Hulk. But this time,
Yeah,
it's
I
kind of
remember
very
that. Yeah, me
obvious.
too.
It's very obvious that it was because he saw Betty. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
what I was thinking there. And also, what was General Ross thinking? Because, like, did he want the Hulk to come out? Because, like, he had the
I
cannons
don't know.
ready, but he
That's
also was
pretty
trying to
dumb.
put the gas in there to make him pass out. So, like, was the cannons supposed to be like a backup?
Well, probably, I
But also, why
guess,
were they
but
so far away?
you know, just in case. I mean,
Yeah.
it's the Hulk. I guess
Also,
they're
why
not
did they
taking any
send
chances.
what was the name? Dang it, Blonsky. Why did they just send him in? Like, one, he obviously did not think that Blonsky was going to fight against the Hulk because Ross goes, "Holy shit, he's actually doing it," you know?
Yeah.
So like he obviously didn't think that it was going to work. So why did they think that he was a good idea to put up against him? Also, the multiple times where that guy had his shirt off, it looked so bad. It was so obviously bad garbage CGI.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is whatever.
Yeah.
Again, it is 2008. So,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah. You know. Oh,
everyone
isn't
is
it
just so
2003?
mean to him
It's
sometimes.
2003.
What? This is 2008.
No, 2003.
No, you're thinking of the wrong Hulk movie.
Oh, I'm thinking of Ang Lee Hulk.
Yeah. This one came out right after Iron Man.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I'm thinking
What
of
were
Ang
you
Lee Hulk.
thinking? Like that's
Ang
because
Lee
Iron
Hulk.
Man's in this.
Yeah, well, that's just the Hulk I think of. I think of Ang Lee Hulk.
Well, Corey was thinking about that too. I was talking to Taryn about last night about how I think this movie is underrated, and Taryn and Corey goes, "Yeah, but that one scene of the Hulk running through the desert," and I was like, "Wrong movie, Corey." Yeah, that.
Right, Ang Lee
He,
Hulk.
yeah, he's also like a lot more fit than I was remembering. Like he had some muscle, and he
Yeah,
wasn't like
it's pretty
bone.
defined.
Yeah, and in my head before I rewatched the movie, I was like, he's a skinny boy, real skinny, but
No, no,
he's pretty
he's
fine.
a beefy boy.
Yeah. They also put a lot like I respect I was gonna say the director's name, but apparently he basically didn't direct the movie and it was Edward Norton, and that's why they didn't bring him back because he had so much
Oh,
control over the movie. Which I
that's
feel
kind
like
of
you can
funny.
see that because the movie plays it with the same similar tone to like Fight Club, if you've seen that.
Yeah.
And that is another movie with Edward Norton that he apparently controlled. It's fine though.
Hmm.
Both are good movies in my head. But they did put a lot of like thought into him trying to stay calm. In my opinion, I thought it was cool how he had the watch. Also, I think it's funny that like if it goes above 200, no matter if it's like 201, he definitely turns into the Hulk. 100% facts on his watch. I thought that was really odd. Like the human body isn't that predictable in my head, so like. But then again, it also is a superhero film.
Yeah. I
One thing
mean,
I did
yeah.
think was really cool that even though they made the Hulk appear as the villain of the movie, he never really did any villainous acts.
Yeah, he was kind of like a
It
Frankenstein kind of thing. Like he's scary, but you know, he's not a bad guy.
yeah, I mean, granted, he did kill people at the beginning of the movie, but keep
Yeah.
in mind that this is like a toddler inside of that kind of body. he just is he's unconscious, and then he randomly comes out to all this fighting, and he's just like, what the hell is going on? And a good showing of that is in that scene where he first turns into the Hulk. He whenever there's like a quiet, there's a lull, and it's quiet, and then you hear Hulk whisper, "Please leave me alone," or "Leave me
Yeah.
alone," or something like that. Which definitely, like, I doubt Banner would be saying that shit like in that way, because like, does he? I don't wait. I just thought of something. Does he remember that?
What do you mean?
Like, does he remember what happens whenever he's the Hulk?
Well, he must, right?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't, because if you remember back in Ragnarok, Thor tells him that it's been like a year or two or what, however long it was, and he was like, "Oh, how did we get here?" You know. So
I
he.
don't remember Ragnarok
Okay.
that much.
Good thing we're rewatching it then. Oh, in like a year or two, but it's fine.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But that's fine. Like, it kind of bothers me that people hate this movie so much because I think it's really good. Also, they never capitalized on the plot line of his blood. Like, they talked about it a lot, but they definitely could have done other stuff with it. And I don't think that they should have capitalized it in this movie, if you know what I mean. Because they should have brought it into like maybe a sequel or something else related to like the Avengers. Because even though it's like a little throwaway line of Stan Lee drinking the drink that has the blood in it, it should have gone somewhere. And same with the the Mr. Blue at the end of the movie getting the blood in his head and
Yeah.
him turning into, what is it, the leader or something like that. They should have capitalized more on that, but that's kind of like a reaction to bad press. Is that the word for it?
Right. Yeah. I'm sure they were after Iron Man became Iron Man. I'm sure they were like, oh well, the Hulk is obviously going to do just the same. And
Yeah,
then
and
everybody was
then,
like, this is the worst thing ever.
well, the thing
We
with that
hate
is
it.
actually this movie released in the same year as Iron Man, so they barely, if they were to do changes, it would be almost nothing, you know.
Right.
So I don't know. I also think that there's like a really cringy line where he's texting with Mr. Blue, and Mr. Blue goes, "Where are you gonna go?" And he goes, "Home." But that means nothing to Mr. Blue. So why did he send that? Like, Mr. Blue
Yeah.
then will be like, "Okay, yeah, but where's home?"
Yeah.
So, and then the
Maybe
funny
they
thing is
just
he
didn't show
does
that
it
part.
again. He does it twice. Oh, it's so funny. It
It's not all brains.
it
Just
should be all.
half of them.
Yeah, just half brains. I also think it's funny.
Um.
Like, there's some weird jokes in this movie, but in my opinion, like, there's not many jokes, but there are some. Like, one of them of him holding up the pants to the lady's butt and thinking that he needs like the pants to be stretchier so that he reach that size. He's calling the Hulk the size of a fat lady. But like, in my opinion, the best delivered joke was whenever he said the "Don't make me hungry" part, because like, it obviously sounds cringy, but the part that was funny about it was the fact that he realized that he said it wrong. He was like, "Wait, that's not right." That's what made me laugh. I giggled at that one a bit.
I'm glad you found
Shut up, dude.
humor in the Hulk.
You hate everything about me.
You hate everything about me.
Yeah. I also like I also like how hard to control the Hulk seems, because like in the every other movie they just kind of like ignore the fact that he is a very uncontrollable beast. Like,
Yeah.
okay, in both Avengers 1 and Avengers 2, they have to fight the Hulk at one point in the movie, but it the second one, it's because someone's mind washing him. In the first one, I think it might be the same thing. I think it's literally the same thing. We'll see it in
Probably.
later. But like, after that small scuffle, they just go back to being a hero. Like, you can't just turn into the Hulk and then fucking Captain America goes Hulk smash, and then Hulk doesn't kill a single civilian
Yeah. They don't. They. I don't know. They really don't ever delve into that
at all.
because
They only do it in
yeah.
this movie.
And then he slowly gets more and more control to the point where it's never like an issue.
Yeah, but that does make sense in my opinion. Like, I personally
It
don't like what
does.
they did in Endgame, because I like the fact that Hulk had two personalities.
Yeah,
Like
but
I loved where they brought it in Ragnarok, where it literally was like a 5-year-old.
right.
That was beautiful because like it makes sense how over the time goes on, the more time that Hulk actually exists, the more he learns and shit like that. So like it does make sense that over time he does get smarter.
It does, but I'm saying in the context of they never really made him uncontrollable in the first place. So the fact that he just kind of was like, "Oh,
Yeah,
I get
that's
it
fine.
now."
Like
Like
they
there
kind of
wasn't a
hyped it
whole
up.
lot of
They
growth.
always said that he was uncontrollable, but in this movie it doesn't really seem that way.
Yeah.
Cuz like what they did every time huh. I'm thinking about that now and I don't think that it ever was a problem then. Like my problem of him being uncontrollable cuz like he would turn into the Hulk and then run away every time.
Hmm.
So like maybe he just was always a good guy.
Maybe.
So I don't know because there's a scene where like during the university scene. I don't know if you caught this, but a jeep is driving towards the Hulk and it's about to hit into other army men. So the Hulk steps in front of those army men and kicks the car. So like he obviously has some sort of like protective feel, but he just isn't like attuned to his strength yet. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
Like he definitely killed those people in that car that he kicked, but he was trying to save people in return. Also, he definitely killed those people in that helicopter. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those guys are dead. Also,
Absolutely dead.
yeah, they're not happening. Sorry.
Not happening.
I feel bad for the guy that Betty was dating because she just left. She just dipped the second she saw Banner. She was out of here.
Yeah, that is kind of sad.
I think it's funny, but it's whatever.
I mean, it's kind of funny, but in that man's shoes, I
I
mean, how are you
also
going to compete with the
specifically
Hulk?
wrote down "ooh needles much cringe" whenever they were doing that to Blonsky. It bothered me heavily. You know,
They are needles. Needles
it's
are uncomfortable.
and it was gross, especially the popping and clicking sounds of it going into his spine.
Okay. Okay.
He goes, okay.
Now you're making it like real.
Yeah, Blonsky is
Yucky.
so dumb.
Yucky.
He's so dumb. Like, why would you feel it necessary to stand in front of? He was like, "Is that it? That's all you got?" Whenever the Hulk literally went through all of their stuff, like he absolutely destroyed every single possible option that they had of killing him, and then Blonsky acted like it was nothing, and then he got fucking murked.
Murked.
He did absolutely destroyed. There's a scene after that where Banner and Betty are in their motel, and Betty dumps out her purse, and he goes, "We can't use any of this." And then 3 seconds later, immediately says, "We can use a lot of this, but just not this, this, and this." So what was the point of him saying he can't use any of that?
It was an interesting detail to pull.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It just bothered me for some reason last night when I was watching it.
I mean, I would, yeah.
I was like,
Had I been
why?
taking notes, I would have written down, but like, you know.
I write a lot. You don't need to take notes. Just go off of what I say.
I was gonna say, after you writing 4 pages, I'm sure it's probably for the best I didn't take notes.
Yeah, it's definitely for the best. Um, I said that their taxi driver would be me if I was a taxi driver.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
uh,
There's a lot of little details you picked out in this one.
yeah, I don't know why, but I felt it so necessary to do that. I also thought Abomination was sick as fuck. I liked
Abomination was always cool.
the shaky cam that they had like following the soldiers as Abomination jumped out of the building. If you remember what I'm talking about, where they like followed him through the city and shit.
Ish, but like
It was
not
it was
really.
like it reminded me of like a found footage horror film where you're like barely seeing the monster until they like show the entire thing.
Yeah.
It was also badass that he caught a missile and slammed it into himself. So he just didn't need that was just a flex. That was a flex.
That was just a pure flex.
Because he could have just let it hit him, but no, he had to catch it and also slam it into himself.
It's a pretty good flex too.
Also, something that I didn't
terrified.
really think about until now is that he lost his dick in the transformation.
Oh.
Did
That's kind of sad.
Did you ever think about that?
No.
That he's naked. He's naked as the Abomination, and he
Yeah, I guess
clearly
he
does not
did.
have a penis.
That's very sad.
That is very.
He lost it all in the name of
He
science.
lost it all in the name of science.
Sacrifices must be made.
I also thought it was funny that whenever Hulk transformed, he like. But this also kind of goes into his what we were saying earlier, but that he's like a toddler. He doesn't know many words right now. But he slammed into the ground, and instead of like yelling something, he just started screaming, and Abomination immediately knew that it was time to fight.
Oh yeah.
And I said Hulk
Like
definitely should have lost that fight because Abomination is a trained fighter, and this is like a toddler in the mind in the body right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of plot armor around Hulk.
But
Abomination was sick
actually,
as fuck.
I don't know because I was thinking about it, and all of the different Hulks have different abilities. Like Hulk, the angrier he gets, the stronger he gets. Everyone knows that, but that's not the same for all of the Hulks. Like Red Hulk, he doesn't get stronger when he gets angry. He literally catches fire. And Abomination, it kind of looked like he didn't heal.
Yeah.
Did you catch that? Like whenever the plane crashed, he stood up. He had like cuts on his head and on his chest and shit. And he clearly was conscious at the end of the movie. Like he was moving around and breathing heavily, but he wasn't getting back up. So I'm thinking that he can't heal. Like that, and his ability has something to do with his like regenerative bones. Because at one point, not regenerative, like bones he can use as weapons, I guess, like extra bones. Because at one point, Hulk rips out his elbow one, but wouldn't that elbow one be his arm? So it would look different. But he was still able to move his arm. So I'm thinking that this is stupid because actually I was gonna say this is stupid because he's never coming around again. But there is rumors that the Abomination is gonna be in She-Hulk. So yeah,
I mean, if they were gonna put Abomination in anything, it
yeah,
would make sense that
obviously,
it would
yeah.
be She-Hulk.
They're gonna have him in and damn it, Age of Ultron. They're gonna have him in Age of Ultron and have the Hulk fight against him instead of turning the Hulk evil again. But they scrapped that for some reason. I don't know why. Also,
Interesting.
I thought it was cool how the Hulk was like running on the rooftops at the end. It reminded me of it. Like it literally looked like someone was doing parkour. But like
Parkour.
no, but the cool part about it, I wrote down Hulk parkour, but he looks like he's human. He's not like ape running across the buildings. He's actually running.
Yeah.
And I hate that up until Ragnarok they just treated him as like a big ape. That was my biggest thing whenever I was 12 and I saw Avengers for the first time, and I was like, why did Hulk look so bad in that movie?
Really?
But everyone thought he looked amazing, and I was like, this is just such a disappointment coming from the Incredible Hulk.
Interesting. You had such fervor as a 12-year-old.
I did. I really liked Hulk. I don't know why. Because he's just sick. He's badass.
Yeah. It's kind of the same complex of me liking Broly.
No, because
Broly's just big.
Broly is big, but that's not the reason why I like Hulk. I like everything about Hulk. You just like the fact that he's strong.
No, and I like that he's just fucking crazy strong, but
That's the same thing. You literally just
well, like not like I can lift a lot of weight strong, just powerful and kick the shit out of people strong.
Yeah, except for Gogeta smacked his shit in.
Well, yeah, but that's Gogeta.
One thing I thought was weird was the fact that Banner was able to walk around in the helicopter freely after they captured him. Like, why is he allowed to do that? Like, he is a fugitive.
Tie him down, man.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, in a real life situation, that guy is not moving.
Right, but I guess if he can,
but the plot has to
Hulk.
happen. What? Whoa, that was so weird. That was so weird. What? We said something at the same time, and then I guarantee we both were waiting for the other to talk, got confused, and then said what? That was beautiful. I hated that, though. Everyone's gonna hate that. I don't know why Tony goes up to Ross at the end of the movie to talk about Hulk, because it's not Ross's Hulk. There's no way that Ross has any connection to Banner. So why is Tony talking to Ross about getting Hulk on the team?
I don't know. Because it's Marvel and they need to be like, we want Hulk.
We gotta put Tony in the movie. Banner.
Well, yeah.
You know?
He has a point.
Yeah. Reload. That's what the guy said every time he wanted another drink. And I think I'm gonna use that too. Reload. That's so dumb. All right, you want to get into all this jumbledy nonsense that is the new Disney news?
We could, but I would like to see if you / the audience would like to start like combining different Marvel films. We're not doing one a week. We'll do maybe a few.
Can we do it starting Avengers? Starting after Avengers?
Sure.
Well,
Whenever
actually,
you want.
what are the
I'm
next
just saying
two?
at some point we might want
Iron.
to do a few.
Yeah, I know. It would be Iron Man 2 and Captain America, right?
I don't know.
I think so. I think the next one's Iron Man 2, and the one directly after that is Captain America.
You would know more than I.
Yeah, okay. Sure. We can mix those two together, but I think that the Avengers movies we should do separately.
Okay.
If you're okay with it, yeah. Okay. The important ones we could do separately, but we can mix a couple of them together. And then if you wanna, we can literally just skip Captain Marvel and Thor: The Dark World.
Yeah, maybe, but those also might be fun because they're.
I was saying that as a joke, but I am. You know what? Yeah, let's do those. Because I think actually no, there's not really anything funny about Thor: The Dark World. It's just pain. We could talk about that in the fuck, Thor's a thing.
We approach.
I forgot Thor was a movie. That might be the next one. You know?
I really don't know.
I don't either. I'll look it up. I'll post it about it on Twitter or something like that. Oh my lord.
Something
like that. Yeah, that's good though. That's a good idea. We'll do that.
Yeah, we'll see.
I want
however it plays out.
However it plays out, yeah. We don't have to do anything. If someone wants to like have a movie, you can totally like email me and Jack and other stuff like that. Comment on our Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, whatever. We'd love to have that. Like we don't have to do like we have a schedule, but we don't have to stick to it because again, we are just college kids. It's not like this is like a high tech company.
Yeah, anything
we need to watch all the Marvel movies right now. Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Well, it does matter because this is what we're doing and this is fun, but at the same time it doesn't.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. We have some leeway.
Yeah, it's fine. All right, big humbly jumbly of fucking stupid ass Disney. I am not that I'm unhappy with this shit, but like there is so much. It's going to be so bad.
Yeah, and I think not the worst, but the part like the kicker about all of this is that since who did it before them? What was the company? Like that's doing Matrix and
HBO Max.
HBO, yeah. Now that HBO did it, Disney followed suit, and now everybody's just going to be doing this.
It's going to be so bad.
We're probably going to get hit with a few more.
Well, are we gonna do TV shows?
Maybe.
Because WandaVision comes out next month, I think.
WandaVision? What's that?
WandaVision. It's one of the TV shows. Wait, do you not know that the majority of the stuff that they announced were TV shows and not movies?
No, I know that they're TV shows. I just didn't know which one.
It's the one with, Scarlet Witch and Vision.
Oh, cool. I don't know. I mean, sure, but I don't know.
Sure, I don't know. Cool. There is so much. I'm so scared for all of the shit that's coming out because I think it's going to be bad.
King's Man is under.
Wait, is that out yet?
No, that I'm looking. I looked up a list of Walt Disney Studio films coming out.
All right, WandaVision comes out January 15th. So, do we want to put away a couple weeks for that to review it?
Maybe we could do 2 weeks or something.
Yeah, we can. Because remember, it's Disney; they're not going to release them all at once. So we'd have to wait until the series is done. Which by that time that happens, Falcon and Winter Soldier will be out because that comes out March 19th. So we gotta. Okay, we'll talk about this later. It doesn't matter.
Avatar 2 is in 2 years.
I don't care.
Oh my god! And then 3, 4, and 5. They have 5 plans.
I know. I'm well aware.
Oh god! How did I not know about this?
I don't know how you didn't know about that.
That's awesome. And National Treasure 3
What?
and Deadpool 3.
Oh, okay. I'm not excited for Deadpool 3. I think they're gonna ruin it
Yeah, they're probably gonna ruin it.
because it's Disney now. I told it to Austin. He
We'll
goes,
have to see
"No,
how.
no. 20th Century Fox is making it." And I said, "Who the fuck owns 20th Century Fox?" It's Disney.
Yeah.
There's no way that they're gonna allow an R-rated movie to pass.
We'll have to see.
Like I could be
how.
wrong, but
I think the best indicator of how that's gonna go is with Ryan Reynolds.
yeah.
If Ryan Reynolds is like, this is the worst thing ever, then it's gonna be the worst thing ever. But if he's like
Well,
confident in it,
he's going to do his best to make it fun
yeah, of course,
because it's
his
him. It's
baby.
Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, and like he even tried doing his best in Wolverine Origins, but like I don't know. He's gonna do whatever. I'm excited for Moon Knight, but they're probably gonna fuck that up. They're gonna make Moon Knight into the Batman.
What if they make it cool? Can you imagine?
No,
It's gonna
Moon
be so
Knight's not
good.
supposed to be cool. Moon Knight's supposed to be funny.
Yeah, but still, what if they make it good?
But if they just make him like Batman, I will be so sad.
Which they might do.
I know, and it's gonna be terrible. Cause like, that's not what Moon Knight's funny. Ugh. Well, he's badass and funny.
Yeah.
Like his whole thing is that he's just a guy who doesn't care anymore. That's just it.
Right.
That's just who he is. It's angering because like
We'll have to see.
I am the most worried for that one.
I feel like
I'm excited for Winter Soldier and Falcon. I'm excited for Loki. I think
Loki's a good one.
Loki is going to be very good. What If is like whatever because it's not canon. Hawkeye has the ability to be really good, but I don't know if it's going to.
Yeah. I mean I always thought Hawkeye was lame until the one scene from fucking yeah,
where he killed everyone.
Where he fought, I think it was Black Widow or someone, and he looked like a fucking samurai. That was sweet.
No, he didn't fight Black Widow. Black Widow was going to save him. He was fighting a bunch of Yakuza.
Right. Oh, they didn't fight?
No.
They just talked?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then when, after all that scene, I was like, okay. You got some spunk in you.
This is going to sound weird, but I actually liked Hawkeye ever since we first saw him in Thor. You know he's in Thor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've liked him ever since then because I thought he was fucking badass. Because like they really hyped him up to be something crazy whenever Thor went on base. Because they were like, "We gotta get our big guns," and a guy just grabbed a bow, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And then he was like aiming at Thor, and he was like, "Tell me to shoot right now, because I'm starting to cheer for this guy." I thought that was kind of funny. You'd love to see that.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Miss Marvel might be bad. I don't know. I can't really say that because we don't know anything about the Miss Marvel in this universe. Like, if they're going to go off of what the game is, then I feel like it's just going to be a really jokey show that I'm not going to be for. Which is whatever. I mean, I have a weird attraction to having really dark shows. Like, not everyone has to die, but the tone of it has to be like. There's nothing enjoyable as a happy-go-lucky show, in my opinion. Unless it's Moon Knight and Deadpool, those are different. Those guys are different. They're on different levels. She-Hulk has potential.
I think She-Hulk might be.
It has a lot of potential. Because like Mark Ruffalo is in it. So we're gonna get the Smart Hulk again. And Abomination is rumored to be in it. So it could be something crazy.
Could be good.
Yeah.
What do you think about Fantastic Four?
I'm scared. Did we get any
I'm scared, but at the same time, there's nowhere to go but up, so
we thought that with the last one. We thought that with the last one, Jack, and it went down. It went so far down.
But maybe. And think, if it's even a little good, it's gonna be the fucking greatest thing ever.
That is
and
true.
Everybody's gonna freak out.
Do we get any acting people, like any confirmation, because everyone wants John Krasinski to be Mr. Fantastic.
That would be cool.
I
I don't know.
literally will not accept any Mr. Fantastic unless it's John Krasinski. He fits the role perfectly. Like
It's I don't know. I'm just looking at like a block of all the movies coming out. So
hmm that one's gonna
what's
be interesting.
what if?
What if is like a bunch of non-canon stories, like of Peggy Carter getting the super soldier serum instead of Captain America, and there's like a zombie one where like a bunch of it's like Marvel zombies.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for it, but I'm not excited for other stuff because it's non-canon, you know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like effectively nothing happened,
Like it's
but
cool. Yeah, you successfully failed. Nice job.
yeah, right.
Yeah, so like I don't even know what to do about that one. Spider-Man. I am the most scared for that movie because I
Yeah,
think it's gonna be
because what
terrible.
if they make it bad? Yeah.
It's not a what if. It's most likely going to be horrible, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
well, I mean,
It is no
maybe.
okay. Hear me out. It's way too early to do a Spider Verse movie. Like we've had Tom Holland as Spider Man for quite a
Yeah.
bit
Oh no,
now.
it is way too early to do
Yeah,
something. Yeah,
we've had
I
him
agree
for
with that.
Spider Man quite a bit now, but he literally has two villains.
Yeah.
We have no connection with him. The only way to do it with a early Spider Man is to do it with a new Spider Man, like they did in Spider Verse. And they passed up that option obviously because they had to introduce him into Civil War. But
Mm.
the next step is to keep going down the way and do a Spider Verse movie as like an Infinity War, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, cause
They.
imagine if Kang the Conqueror actually happens to be the next big like bad guy. He definitely is a multiverse level threat, and introducing something for the multiverse through like a Spider-Man movie and having it to lead into like how Thor Ragnarok leaded into Infinity War so perfectly. That's what this Spider-Man into this like Spider-Verse movie could have done, but they're not doing that.
No.
And that plot line at the end of Spider-Man 2 where they had Spider-Man's identity be like revealed is just thrown away. It just does not exist in this movie, and let me tell you why. It takes 3 seconds to clear that up now, because now that Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire are in the movie, it literally is the easiest thing to clear up the plot line by having Spider-Man and Peter Parker standing in the same room at the same time.
Yeah.
So that entire end credit scene is useless. Like it's no longer the story anymore.
Yeah, it was cool for a while, but now that they kind of like
Ignored it. If they didn't
explain
even
that.
touch on it, they were just like,
Yeah.
it would have been such a dope movie. And Matt, do you know who? Fuck, what's his name? I'm trying to think of Craven the Hunter is.
Oh gosh. It sounds really familiar, but
Okay, look him up after this. He's actually pretty cool.
yeah.
But the theory was that Spider-Man was going to go on the run, and the government was going to send Craven after him to hunt him down. And
Well, that
that,
would
in
have
my
been
opinion, would have been the perfect Spider-Man 3 movie. But they're
cool. Yeah.
fucking it up again. They're doing exactly what they did with the last two ends of the series by getting too ambitious and trying to throw too much shit in it.
Yeah.
And it's gonna fail. And I hate to see that because I actually really like this Spider-Man, but it's
Yeah.
whatever. They
I
should have.
feel that.
I was the only person on the planet that was sad when Tom Holland went back to Disney after being stolen by Sony. Because they said that Sony said that their idea was that they were going to make movies that were inside of the Spider-Man video game universe,
Yeah.
and that is one of the only video games I give a 10 out of 10, and that storyline is perfect, and I would have loved to see that. But you know what? We don't always get what we want, and we're not getting a good Spider-Man 3 movie. So keep in mind, I would more than love to be wrong about this.
Right.
But the
Yeah.
thing is, I don't think I am.
Yeah.
I'm
We'll
pretty
just have to
confident
see.
it's gonna suck.
I feel like that's what I've been saying a lot with all the Marvel films, but I think that's pretty uniform across the board. Like, I mean, Marvel has surprised us before, so we'll just have to, wait it out and see how they actually go.
I think Black Widow is gonna be kind of bland. Like I think it's just gonna be a movie, you know?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't.
I don't think I'll like walk out regretting it, but like
Yeah,
You
I'll
know.
be like, this was a good movie, but then I think about to like the over because keep in mind the Marvel universe is no longer movies; it's just really long TV shows.
Yeah.
I'll be like, how did this connect to the other episodes? You know,
Right.
I would be pleasantly surprised if it does have some crazy shit in there, but I'm just not
That'd be cool.
expecting it because it's a prequel movie. Because if they do introduce crazy shit, then why didn't it have anything to deal with Endgame? You know, like
Yeah.
imagine. I heard rumors about Red Hulk being in the movie, but if he is in the movie, then
Then
why
why
didn't
didn't?
he fight
Yeah.
against the aliens at the end of at end of Endgame? You know,
Yeah.
because like even if he is a quote unquote bad guy, he definitely doesn't want his planet to get exploded. So like, you know,
Yeah. Maybe they'll find some way to explain that away.
they'll find some way or something like that. I don't even know if he's gonna be in the movie. We'll see. Ugh,
Yes.
Marvel's scaring me. Same with fucking Star Wars with all their dumbass releases. Actually, I'm really excited for some of it. I'm excited for Ahsoka. I'm progressively getting less and less excited for Obi-Wan.
What's up?
What?
So why is that?
Oh, I thought you said was up, and I was like, how does that have anything to do with?
Oh. No. Why is that?
Because, well, you knew that it had like director changes and also it had script rewrites multiple times.
Yeah, I think I heard about that.
Yeah, that is one thing. And then they confirmed that Darth Maul is gonna be in the show. And then they confirmed that Darth Vader is gonna be in the show. And both of those guys make no sense.
Yeah, that is
Le-
kind of weird.
and allow me to explain the Darth Vader one more because people are bothered by that. And also, actually, I'll explain both of them. Okay. The time in which Ben meets up with Darth Vader, it seems like that was the first time they've met since Mustafar. So if they meet up outside the planet, then it'll make that like if they meet up at all, that's gonna ruin their like their meeting in episode 4. And on top of that, it's not like Darth Vader can come down to Tatooine because then he'll know where Luke is at. And it's not like Obi-Wan can leave Tatooine because he's supposed to be on Tatooine protecting Luke.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense that Darth Vader is in the show unless they just have the characters never meet. And if they do that, then why? Like that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that at that point they're just abusing
The fact
the
that it's
hype
Darth Vader
around.
and everyone likes him.
Exactly.
And they did that exact same thing with Darth Maul and Solo. There was no reason for him to be in that movie, but he is.
Or in fucking what was it?
Rise of
Rogue One.
Skywalker. Oh, never mind. Rogue One. Yeah, that was like I
At
hated
the
Rogue
end,
One.
they were like Darth Maul, and everyone's like,
Darth Vader.
"Ah," and then nothing ever came of it. So
Yeah, it's whatever. It's whatever. Ugh.
it's whatever. It's whatever.
But the part that irks me about Darth Maul being in Obi-Wan is that we have his completed storyline. We know
Yeah.
his beginning. We see him in Clone Wars, and then there's this tiny gap between where he's is at the end of Clone Wars and where he is at the start of Rebels. But we also see how he dies, which is at Obi-Wan's hands. And
Yeah.
in that scene, it made it look like they never talked to each other since Clone Wars. So like, one, if he sees him at all on in the show, then it would ruin that interaction. In addition, Darth Maul didn't know. This goes back. This is literally the same exact shit with Darth Vader too, because Darth Maul didn't know that Obi-Wan was on Tatooine. So if he goes on Tatooine and sees him, then he knows he's on Tatooine. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make sense at all. I don't understand why they're fucking doing this because Darth Maul's character is completely run dry, and if they keep doing this shit, he's gonna be not a cool character, even though he was so badass.
Yeah.
We're just gonna oversee him to the point in which it's just not cool anymore.
Which would suck.
Which is what they're doing, and it is gonna suck. It makes me sad because like we don't need to see what he does as a drug dealer because that's what happens at the end of Clone Wars is he becomes a drug dealer as you see in Solo. Like we don't need to see that. The only part we're missing is how he gets trapped in an underground temple in Rebels. But how would Obi-Wan have anything to do with that? Because it's on a planet solar systems away.
Who knows?
I have really strong feelings about this. I'm so sorry for just throwing that onto you. But like, holy crud!
Yeah, it seems like you thought about this.
I did a lot. I it's bothersome. I have Netflix on in the background, just like paused because I was watching Bleach before this, and one of those pictures came up for the movie We Are Heroes, which is the Shark Boy and Lava Girl sequel.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm so unexcited for that. We love to see that. Any other things you want to talk about news related?
Nothing comes from it. Those were the two things.
I'm not excited for Andor, but that's just because I had negative feelings towards Rogue One. I didn't like that movie.
Yeah.
But it's whatever. I don't care. Ahsoka's gonna be cool. Bad Batch is either gonna be really bad or really good. It doesn't matter, because it is like a throwaway show, kind of like What Ifs. It is canon, but like it also doesn't matter because it's a show about clones. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's whatever. All right. What are you watching this week, Jack?
What am I watching this week?
No idea. Can't answer that. I'm not you.
Shit.
Body
I've been
language.
reading the Promised Neverland for a while.
Oh, word.
That was, I think I'm still getting into that, but
Huh.
like I'm about like a quarter of the way through. Long as fuck. But that's like
I
the
know.
only big thing. I'm still watching Jujutsu Kaisen, but of course.
I immediately regretted, like whenever I start really long series, I regret it almost immediately because I'm like, oh my lord, so much money.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like I started Black Clover and now I was just looking over at my shelf and it's literally 23 books long and it's not done yet. It takes us like
It's,
I like that's why I
it's
like Tokyo Ghoul because it's only 14 books long and it's done. It's done. It's not going on anymore. And it's also
yeah.
just like a really good series.
Oh, have you been watching Attack on Titan?
No,
The
I
newer
don't.
ones?
No, don't tell me anything. I'm waiting until it all comes out so I could grind it.
Okay,
Ye-
that's fair.
I've been watching a shit
I
ton of
watched the
Bleach
first
though.
one. It's not bad.
I started Bleach on Monday and I'm about 50 episodes in.
Nice.
It is
You're about where I was years ago then.
Bleach is amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It is. I don't usually don't like the older shows because they don't like the animation isn't as good as it is today. Like that's not like I guarantee they're really good, but personally I like having a lot of really crazy animation. But like the storyline in Bleach is so attractive and everything about it is very enjoyable. I start an episode of Bleach and I'm down for like 4 episodes or minimum.
Mhm.
Like usually I can before I go to bed I watch like an episode. Whenever I sit and watch Bleach I watch like 4 or 5 because I always think to myself, you know what? I don't need 8 hours of sleep anymore. I want to watch this, and it's just so good. Out of the
It's
big
good.
three, One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach, I definitely like Bleach the most so far.
Yeah,
Cause like
I get what you
I don't know, I've never had an attraction towards One Piece because it is very long and the animation stays shitty throughout the entire thing.
mean. Yeah, I can't deal with that.
Yeah, I just no like people. One Piece stands are like the story's so good that like I don't care to watch 900 episodes of
Yeah, no, I can't.
with like an
I literally
animation that I
can't.
don't like. Like I probably can watch 900 episodes. I just am not going to.
Yeah,
Like
that's where
I
we
watched
separate.
Dragon Ball because the fighting were dope. I watched Naruto because the storyline was amazing. But like they all had good animation too. Bleach, I mean One Piece just doesn't.
Yeah,
Also,
no,
I'm
I
watching
can't
Bleach with a
promise.
filler guide, and apparently 48% of Bleach is filler. So like
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna start doing when I pick it back up.
yeah, like there's a good while that is just Corey told me to do it. He was like usually I don't tell you to use filler guides because sometimes filler is funny, but he goes you're gonna need it for this one. I had to stop because it was so fucking boring. So like I would give Bleach a 10 out of 10, but I gotta take a point off for the filler. Just because I didn't watch it doesn't mean it's not there.
Right.
Yeah, I did that for Naruto too. I gave Naruto an 8 out of 10. I took one
See you.
point off for having a shit ending too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Garbage. Fucking Kaguya. We could talk about that more later. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. We should just do like an episode on like I don't know some
Shows that we
anime that
like.
we've already seen.
Yeah. I mean, we kind of did that in the first episode. We talked about Fate.
Yeah, right. But like I don't know
Yeah.
something like that. We can do that.
I could totally talk about Attack on Titan for an entire episode.
Yeah, I could talk about Attack on Titan too.
That show's really good. It's not a 10 out of 10 because some points it does get really boring, especially in
Yeah,
season one. But like, it definitely has the best animation in any show I've seen.
interesting.
We
Well,
can,
we can talk about that more on the episode when we do it.
yeah, we can. Let's do that. This not the second the season ends, but like the week afterwards, so I have time to watch it.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
we can just do like a season 1 through season 4 look at Attack on Titan.
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
good deal.
Yeah, hell yeah.
All right.
Is that everything for this week?
I
Got
think
any
that's everything.
quarrels to talk about? That's the wrong word. It's fine.
I get what you meant.
Yeah.
I think I'm good. I have everything I need to get out.
Yeah, I can't think of anything right now. What are we looking at time wise?
About an hour.
Oh, poggers, dude. That's pretty great.
Yeah.
Big pog champ up in this house. All right,
Big pop.
everyone. See you guys next week for either just Iron Man 2 or Iron Man 2 and Thor. We'll talk about it more and I'll tweet out about it, okay?
Gotcha.
Adios,
See you
everyone.
guys.
Bye.